our fears in life, or about life, or about ourselves, is the number one thing holding us back. Okay? This world is incredibly scary. Okay? There's a lot to be scared about in the 3D world. Okay? But if you look past that, if you are able to step out of this box, the illusion that we are in a box, that we are stuck here, you will be scared for the rest of your life, and you will stay in that box, and you never get out. And you have to get out. You have to get out of the box. You have to explore. You have to experience new things. You have to learn about new things. You have to grow. And in order to grow, you have to be able to push past these fears. And I acknowledge that fears are incredibly real. And I validate all feelings of anxiousness, of reluctance, of judgment. They're all so valid. Okay? But I need you to just take a second and try to open your mind to the possibility that you don't have to be scared. You don't. If you fully trust in yourself, you are capable of absolutely anything. But it takes looking fear directly in the eyes and saying, I am not scared of you. I am no longer gonna be controlled by you. I am the driver of this life. I refuse to sit in the passenger seat or the back seat. I'm the fucking driver, and I will act as so. I will lead my life, and I will be the driver of what happens. I'm in control of everything. My actions, my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, how I'm treated, how I treat others. I am in control of absolutely everything. Okay? And it may not seem like that sometimes. I get it. There are a lot of external factors that put us in this illusion that everything is out of our control. But that's the farthest from the truth. You watching this video right now, you are the main character of your life. You control this reality. You are in control. So unless you are scared of yourself, why would you be scared to do anything? So I used to be scared of myself, okay? It got so bad to the point that I hated myself, okay? I hated every decision I would make. I hated how I looked. I hated how I felt. I hated everything about myself and everything around me. Okay, it got to that point. It got to hate. Okay, hate is the opposite of love. I wasn't receiving love. I wasn't giving love. Pure hate, pure anger, all of the time. It was fucking miserable. But I created that reality for myself. Fully. Because I felt that way, because I had internalized everything that happened to me, everything that I felt, because I shoved it so far down, I externalized that and made my reality just as miserable as I was. And it took me hitting rock bottom a few times to realize this. To realize that I am in control of my own reality. If I tell myself that the world is a miserable, terrible place, then that is the reality that I will perceive. But if I change my mindset and say, I can make this world better, I can make a positive impact in this world, I can be happy, I am deserving of love. When you start talking kind to yourself and start believing that you are capable of everything that you want to achieve in this lifetime, that is when your reality shifts. That is when you take back control. Not that you ever lost control, but we're taking back control in a way that benefits us instead of hurts us. There's no reason for you to put yourself through pain. Of course, unless you just want that. But most of us just want to be happy, just want to be loved, just want to grow and evolve. And in order to do that, you must understand that it starts with you. It literally starts with you. And it starts right here. It's right here. Everything that you have ever needed or will ever need is right here. It's right here. When you're alone, it feels like the rest of the world doesn't exist. The rest of the world went night-night. Bye-bye. I'm not worried about you. I have me. I have only me. I am only in control of this body. I cannot control what other people do. I can control how I react to it. I can control how I perceive it. However, I cannot control what they do. So, in order to control how you perceive reality, it starts with you. Okay? When you are born, the only thing you are promised until the day that you die is yourself. What you create here, whether that is safety or whether that is suffering. And that is a decision that you have to make. And I hope that you choose safety because it feels so amazing to not have to rely on other people, to not have to be told what to do, to literally create your own reality. If you don't want to do it, fucking say no. If you do want to do it, make it happen. It's making sense, isn't it? Yeah. So, if you are still feeling like you are scared of yourself, if you are fearful of the choices that you make, it is only because you have growth. You need to grow. You need to evolve. And that is beautiful. That is beautiful. I still have a lot of growth to do. I'm never going to be done. I can always grow and improve and evolve and become a better version of myself. Always. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of our evolution. Literally, look at humanity when it first began in this reality versus where we are now. Okay, that took evolution. That took hard work. That took persistence. That took self-love. If we didn't love ourselves from the very beginning, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have tried. We would have let ourselves go extinct. Okay? But there was a small part of us that loved and that was excited for what we could become. And that is why we are here today. And if we want to continue that evolution, we have to learn how to love ourselves again because we've forgotten. We have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten how to love. We have forgotten. And I don't want you to live in a state of ignorance anymore. I want you to know. I want you to know your truth. Find your truth and embody it so that others around you can take inspiration because you can't. You can't force them to be who you want them to be, but you can show them what is possible for their own selves. And whether they choose to embrace that or not, that's completely up to them. But I need you to release these fears of yourself, of the outer world. Take some time alone. Dive deep. Reflect on yourself. Reflect on bad choices you have made. Reflect on how you can improve in the future. Reflect on what you have learned from the experiences. Reflect on where you would like to go, what reality that you would like to create. And by envisioning these things, you are literally setting in action the progression forward. Okay? And it takes real life action too, obviously. We still live in a 3D world. It's very physical. We have to do things. But just by imagining that reality, creating a subjective reality of what could be, you're already putting in motion that objective reality. Okay? And we want that objective reality. We want our objective reality to embody and fully support us, while also being able to look to the subjective of where it's gonna go next. Okay, it's kind of like the future, if you want to look at it like time. Okay, look to the future. What could the future hold? And don't set a limitation. Don't put it in a box. Okay, we want to get out of the box. But imagine what it could look like. Imagine a bunch of different options. See which one resonates. See which one feels aligned with yourself and your truth. That's all that matters. As long as it is your truth and it will fully support that truth, go for it. Go for it. And if it doesn't work out, try something different. And if you don't like that, or you think it could be better, make it better. But only you can change your reality. You can't depend on someone else to do it for you, because they won't. They won't. They're doing things for themselves just as you should be doing. You must have a little bit of selfishness. You have to take care of yourself. And that doesn't mean ignore others or not have friends or not being engaged with the physical world. That's not what I mean. But you have to change your reality to fit your new truth before you can go back into society, go back into the world, and feel accepted. Because if you're doing a lot of inner work and you are changing the crap out of yourself and you are evolving like crazy, and you're trying to still be in connection with this world that doesn't quite fit you anymore because you haven't changed it yet, it's going to be so uncomfortable, and you're never going to feel like you fit in, and you're going to think that you're doing all of this wrong. You need to go back. No. That just means that you're in the right direction. If you feel like you no longer connect to society, or you no longer resonate with anything that's going on in the world, that is incredible. That means you have evolved. And that means your reality is soon to change to better suit you. Now, whether this truth brings you up or brings you down, well, that's up to you. But I encourage you to take steps that bring you up, that level you up, because we don't want to de-evolve. What's the point in that? Okay, we've made it thus far. Let's keep going. I want to keep going. I'm excited to keep going. There's so much that I want to learn. There's so much that I want to do. There is so much that I am capable of, and you are too. And your truth is not going to look like my truth. And her truth is not going to look like his truth. But you can listen to others and take in what they're saying Step in their shoes for a minute. Look at their perspective on things and make a discernment about that. But don't claim that as your own, because you didn't say that, you didn't feel that, you didn't think that. That's not your truth. But you can learn from someone else's truth. And maybe if you find parts of their truth that resonate with you, you can adopt that. But just because someone else tells you that, oh, this is the right way, well, no, that might be your right way, but that's not my right way. My right way looks different, and that's okay. That's beautiful. So, we're not going to fear ourselves anymore. We're not going to fear the outside world, because if you fear the outside world, you will never make changes, and you will stay in this stuck place for the rest of your life. It's time to level up.